Hey everyone, it's Muskan. Welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while and I'm back with another video. As you guys know, it's spring season, the time where flowers bloom and the trees revive. Nature is beautiful and magical. It's incredibly wild but calming at the same time. And calm reminds me of lavenders, which is my theme for this month, where I decided to portray a beautiful picture of a lavender field. Firstly, for the title, I used the Tombow Fudenosuke to write April in a cursive font. Now, lavenders are quite easy to draw. I simply drew the stems in such a way so it looks like the lavenders are swaying in the wind. Then, with a lavender colored marker, of course, I made the petals in sort of a V shape on the stems. Then I outlined the petals to give them a certain shape and make them stand out for a more real look. Next, I randomly added some petals with the lavender marker, which makes it look like the petals are flying around in the wind. Moving on to the quote page, where I decided to play around with the font. I first wrote the quote randomly in capital letters with the lavender marker, and then used the micron pen to give the letters an outline and make them look somewhat funky, which seems to go well with the simple flowers. It creates a contrast. The quote I used is, "You are what you manifest." Now for some decoration, I made a little bouquet of the lavenders next to the goat. Next is the monthly layout. I decorated the title by drawing some lavenders around it and also added lavenders at the bottom of the page. Then I made the calendar and I also added rounded edges to it. Then I made a box for goals. Next, I added the days and dates of the month. And then I finished the lavenders. For the highlights page, I decorated the title just as the previous one. Next, I added the dates and made a bouquet in the corner. Moving on to the gratitude page, where I decided to do something fancy. I wrote the title in a nice cursive font. Then I made the border to make it look like sort of a garland or like a creeper that goes around the pages. Next, I drew the lavenders on them. For finishing touches, I drew some petals around the border, which pulls it all together and makes it look more real. For the mood tracker, I wanted to do something different. I wanted it to be more specific and elaborative, and hence I decided to use this layout inspired by a journal account on Instagram called Med Studies. I'll leave their Instagram in the description box. So on the left, I have a column for date, next to which I made a column for the mood, where the tick symbolizes happy, O symbolizes neutral, and the cross symbolizes upset. Now, since these aren't at all specific, I added a third column for the reason, where I could explain why my mood is the way it is. For the title, I used a simple cursive font, and to decorate it, I drew little bouquets around it. Next are the habit and sleep trackers. For the titles, I used a cursive font. Next, I added the dates. And then, I wrote the habits and made the legend for the sleep tracker. And last but not the least is the weekly layout, where I firstly made the boxes for each day of the week. I also added rounded edges. the days of the week. And then, of course, I had to add a bunch of lavenders and make it look like a whole lavender field. Lastly, for some finishing touches, I drew random petals all around the lavenders, which pulls it all together. Here's the final flip through, and that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked this video and want to see more videos like these, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications to get notified every time I upload a new video. Take care, keep journaling, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!